Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Stanley Rants. And do you have enough food in your house these days to feed your family and your kids? Food seems to be a big problem. You know, basic necessities, just putting that stuff on your table. And I don't have to tell you, but the prices have been skyrocketing, and they're going to continue to go up. So back when I was a kid, we had this 4 food groups pyramid that everybody went by, and you had meat, poultry, veggies, grains, and dairy products. And I'm pushing 60, and it seems to me a lot of people that are in my age bracket, you know, people are dying off of cancer left and right. And you know, it's got to do with the food that you get at the grocery store. And you know, that food's grown all over the world, and it's supplied to us, and we go and we shop for it, and we pick it up, and we think we're doing good. And you know, you think you're making your family some healthy meals and whatnot. But you know, over the course of time, it's been getting worse and worse. You have, you know, salmonella outbreaks that are just, you know, they're every other week or every month in food products. And this week I read that you got Walmart, Target, Dollar General, they are you know, recalling candies, and they got salmonella in the candy. You know, you don't expect to get salmonella when you're eating food. You know, you prepare the food or you go out and buy it, and all of a sudden you got some stomach pains and you got some bad diarrhea, and in some cases, you know, the food will kill you. And that's bizarro world, man. We got enough problems to worry about, but then you got to worry about what you're eating. For example, you have the Boar's Head deli meats recall. They recalled, you know, ham, liverwurst. I can't believe people still eat liverwurst, but and some turkey products, and that affected people in 25 states, and it's still going on. It's still ongoing. There was, you know, 3 or 4 dozen people who got violently ill, and you know, I think there are 3 or 4 deaths, you know, from, you know, deli meat.
All right, now to a consumer alert tonight and a major deli meat recall. Boar's Head has recalled more than 200,000 pounds of its deli meat. It may be linked to a Listeria outbreak that's killed 2 people and sickened 34 others across the U.S. Action News reporter John Paul live in Wynwood with those details tonight. John.
Rick, you know, a lot of delis carry Boar's Head. So do grocery stores like Giant here, but they've had to throw away thousands of pounds of the meat after this deadly outbreak. When Adrienne Holiday Singletary buys deli meat, she usually reaches for Boar's Head.
I do like Boar's Head. I like the quality of it. I like the taste of it, and in particular the roast beef and the turkey pastrami.
So it came as a shock today that Boar's Head is recalling more than 200,000 pounds of deli meat that may be linked to a Listeria outbreak that's currently under investigation by the CDC.
That's scary. Yeah. That's pretty scary because since I didn't hear about it, it's subjects me to be, you know, sick and have an adverse reaction.
In all, Boar's Head is recalling 9 different products, from liverwurst with any sell-by date and several hams, salami, bologna, and roasted bacon, all with sell-by dates of August 10th. But it's not yet known if that meat caused the outbreak that killed 2 people and sickened 34 others in 13 states.
Something terrible happened, and I bet you they come up with 3 or 4 reasons.
We talked to a professor of food sciences at Penn State today. He says an outbreak like this can be very dangerous. He says investigators will inspect the factory where the meat was produced and look for the source of the contamination. But a recall this large shows they may be taking extra precautions.
That sounds like, well, yeah, they don't understand right now, and so they're being very conservative.
Now, I did reach out to Boar's Head. They say they are cooperating fully with this investigation. They say much of that recall was voluntary on their behalf. Now, if you want another look at the meats that are under recall, or maybe even the symptoms involved with the illness here, we have all of that for you at 6abc.com.
So it's just insane how things keep transpiring in this world. Now you can't eat the food that's out there. The FDA they control everything from Gatorade to tampons, drug products from aspirins to cough medicine. The FDA is in charge of all this stuff, and they're supposed to be on the front lines making sure this kind of stuff happens, but a lot of stuff slips through. You have lobbyists, you have big money people in these big corporations, and sometimes the quality slips, and that should be priority one for the people of the whole world, not just this country. Clean water and healthy food. At least they could give us that, but that's a tough one for them to do too. So you got all kinds of foods out there. You got fast food, seafood, you got the vegans, you got all this, you got there's 28,000 different kinds of food. And then then you got bioengineered food and genetically modified food. So you have to read your labels on canned foods to see what's in those canned foods. They do have labels on them, and the FDA required them to do that to make sure that what's in your canned food and the caloric intake and the fat intake and whatnot. So you have to pay attention to GMO'd foods, genetically engineered stuff that's added to your food, because it'll say it right there on the label in canned foods. And it's definitely a surprise when you see that stuff on there and you think you're eating healthy and you're not. But I think it's about 40% of the people running around the United States today that doesn't have enough food. And you have these food banks who give out food, and it's bizarre to see the cars that are in line for these food banks. The food banks are quarter mile, half mile long, and the cars that you see in these lines are incredible. You have BMWs, Mercedes, Audis, you name the top of the line car, and these people are in line to get a food bag or a food basket. So maybe you shouldn't have spent $900 a month on that car, and you could afford some food. I mean, I'm no financial advisor, but I don't have a car payment, so and I try to make sure my fridge is stocked. But the food out there today is, you have to watch what you're doing with it, and it's just become a travesty of what we have to put up with as far as just getting food on the table. Also, we have guacamole and salsa being recalled in 5 states. If you're gonna buy that packaged stuff, you're gonna take that risk on getting a foodborne illness, Listeria, Salmonella. It's not good stuff. So try to prepare most of the meals at home and not eat out fast food, because I don't know where their hands have been, and that's just says it all in a nutshell right there. So the FDA's job is to monitor all this stuff, and I think they say there's 14,000 employees that monitor, what's it, 340 million people's food intake and what people are putting in their bodies, and it's their job to make sure that that's safe for us. And it's getting bad out there. All the credit card debt, all the people who can't make their house payments and stuff like that. You'd think that we could be eating safe food, and now you have to watch what you're doing. So You know, if you like these videos, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. And if you knew better, you do better. I'm out.